What's up everyone, TechCloud here, and in this video I'm going to review the camera performance of the LG G4. So let's check out how the camera interface looks like and what are the features. Let's look at the hardware first. It has a 16 megapixel sensor. The sensor size is 1 by 2.6 inch and it has a single LED flash, and it can shoot 4K videos and 1080p videos, slow motion videos as well. And of course it can shoot 16 megapixel photos. Let's look at the camera interface, and this particular interface is called Auto, and you can check out that the layout is pretty simple and also pretty familiar. We have seen many phones with this particular layout. These are the settings. You can change the crop, and you can change the size of the photo as well as the video, and you can turn on and off the grid, auto HDR, and similar sort of features. In the mode you have panorama, you have the dual shot, and you have auto mode. Other than that, you have simple shooting mode, and also you have the manual shooting mode. In the simple shooting mode there are no buttons. You can only touch the screen to focus and the camera will take the photo automatically. Manual mode is the mode where all the magic happens actually. You can change your shutter speed from 30 seconds to all the way 1 by 6000, and you can change the ISO from 50 all the way up to 2700. You can change the exposure compensation from plus minus 2 EV. You can use the manual focus as well, from close focus, which is also called macro focus, to the infinity focus. And the good thing is that there are actually notches available in between as well, unlike most of the manual focus functions available in the smartphones. You can change the white balance from 2300 Kelvin to the 7500 Kelvin, and it is actually very convenient that they have marked the white balance in kelvins. Very professional and very nice. I really love these manual controls, and it actually enables me to take full control of my smartphone camera. On the top you have indications for the histogram and also the white balance value, and also the focus, whether you are in autofocus or manual focus, and also it shows the exposure compensation as well, whether you are using any exposure compensation or not, and also it shows ISO value as well, and it also shows the shutter speed as well. For the sake of info, it also shows f value, which is f1.8, which is the aperture of the lens. Unfortunately the aperture is not changeable, which is pretty understandable because the smartphone cameras at the moment does not allow the change of aperture, and all cameras in all smartphones have fixed aperture value. So before we go to the good stuff, let's talk about some of the bad stuff. In harsh and bright lighting conditions, the camera does produce such kind of photos which shows that the highlights are overblown, as you can see in these photos. Maybe this has to do with the f1.8 lens. I have already discussed in one of my previous videos that there is a little bit delay in the focusing, and if you are shooting action shots in low light, such as kids moving in the low lighting conditions, then obviously you will have the blur in your photos. In the similar conditions, my iPhone actually takes pretty good and less blurry photos. Another problem with the focusing is that it tends to focus in the background in low lighting conditions. However, this is a minor complaint, and you can get rid of this problem by using the tap to focus. You can tap on the screen, and you can tell the camera to focus wherever you want on your smartphone screen. Because of the curvature of the lens corners are softer as compared to the center. The center is more sharper than the corners, which is actually understandable and expected for a smartphone and a wide angle lens. Use of the flash in tungsten lighting condition will produce the yellow skin tones. There are some white balance inconsistencies as well. For example, these two photos are taken in the similar lighting condition from the similar sort of angle, and the resulting white balance was very different. One is pretty accurate, the other one is showing very warm color tones. At times it tends to over sharpen some of the photos, and it is visible on some of the photos, and I hope that LG will tone down the sharpness a little bit. The LG G4 does tend to show a lot of color noise in the shadows area, even in low ISOs as well. LG has to do something about it. The dual shot feature produced low quality and low resolution photos. So this was the bad stuff, and honestly it is very minor complaints, and this is like splitting hairs. And if you are talking about such type of problems, this means the camera itself is really good, and it is indeed really good. It has excellent macro capabilities. As you can see, it can close, focus, and the bokeh effect is very pleasing and very nice. If you get close enough, the bokeh effect shall be very pleasing, and it will seem that it is taken using a camera. The LG G4 can shoot stabilized 4K video with pleasant colors and nice contrast, although a bit on saturated side. In good lighting conditions in the daylight, the camera takes very nice photos, and mostly the white balance and the colors are pleasing and nice. Here is the comparison with the Nikon D750 photos, and you can see the colors are pretty much similar. At times they are a little bit on saturated side, but since the smartphone shooters like the bright and vibrant colors, so I hope that most people will not mind it. It takes a very nice HDR, and you can control the HDR to show the highlights according to your taste. Thanks to the nice HDR in this photo, I was able to take the detailed shot of the shadows and as well as the sky at the same time. The digital zoom is actually not all that bad, and as you can see, I have taken this shot by using the digital zoom, and it's still pretty usable, especially for the web, where most people will view the photos on their smartphones. The nighttime 4K video is also nice, but of course it is grainy, which is expected since the light has fallen a bit. In coming these few photos, I'm comparing the Nikon D810 white balance corrected photos with the LG G4 photos just to compare how the white balance works at night. And this is the color chart. You can see the LG G4 does pretty well in displaying the colors. It's not 100% accurate, but for a smartphone it is pretty good. And this is the comparison of the JPEG straight out of the Nikon D810 with the LG G4. As you can see, at times the LG G4 colors might look a little bit undersaturated in low lighting conditions. And these are the high ISO shots. I have taken these shots from 1500 to 2500 ISO, and still the shots are very nice. And although there is a little bit of noise in these photos, but still they are plenty good to share on the web, on the smartphones. Of course, if you want to get rid of the noise, you need a tripod, and you can shoot in the manual mode. For example, in these some photos I have shot the photos using a tripod and using the manual mode, and some photos actually I have shot using the raw photo mode, and I can edit the raw photo in Lightroom. For example, this photo I have edited in the post, and I can change the white balance and the colors, the exposure and everything, and I can raise the shadows to produce a nice pleasing photos. But this is only possible if you are carrying some sort of stabilized platform with you. Most people, including myself, does not carry the tripod with them. But these manual controls are very essential for nice and pleasant shooting experience, and also to produce nice photos. And the 3-axis image stabilization actually works really nice. You can notice that the stabilization is working even when you are about to take the shot and you are holding your phone. You can notice very easily that the image stabilization is working and it is trying to stabilize the shot. All these shots I have taken using the tripod at night, and some of these photos are straight out of the camera JPEGs, and very few of them I have edited in the Lightroom using the raw photos. I'm extremely happy with the low lighting capability of the LG G4, and some of the shots that I have taken in the restaurants and in the shopping malls are at ISO 550, 600, 750, 800, and still they are very usable, and the level of the detail shown in the photos is really nice, and I was actually very pleasantly surprised by these photos and such kind of performance. Having said that, I do not like and enjoy the LG's photo processing, the post processing, because it does not make a pleasing grain. Because at times the G4 does do little bit over cleaning and little bit over processing, and which makes a little bit less pleasing photo. But of course, if you are shooting the raw, you can do it as you please. And I have the subscription for the Lightroom CC as well, so I can use the Lightroom on my mobile phone, and I have edited the photos mainly on my smartphone, no need for the computer. However, the photos that I have mainly used in this video are straight out of the camera JPEGs. Very few photos I have edited. As I mentioned earlier, that there is still room for improvement in the software processing of the photos, and if LG can fix that, then I'm sure that this camera can do wonders. And even in the same condition, the camera can produce wonderful results if you know how to take the photos. So in a capable hands, this camera can produce wonderful shots. All thanks to the manual controls and a very nice implementation of the RAW. So guys, I hope that you have liked the video. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more videos like that. Take care. See you. Bye.